Hello and welcome back to the Hottest platform. My name is Maggie Smart and I'm your hotter for today. Last week we started this show which I titled the Hottest platform, TAP for short, and I gave out the very first episode last week, which is just an introduction to what this show is all about. If you've not seen that video, please just check below and you'll see the video. It's titled TAP episode 1. Go through it so that you can get an idea what this show is all about and what I want to achieve with starting this show. Okay, welcome once again. This is our very first episode where we'll be talking about where I'll be sharing my experiences like I promised in the first video, and then this is where we'll start the show and you'll know what the show is all about. Okay, today I'm going to be starting a series which I titled how to stand out as an author in the industry, how to stand out as a writer or as an author in the industry. That is where we're starting today. It's going to be consisting of 15 different points which I'll be giving, and each week I'm going to be tackling a point each. So for the next 15 weeks, this is what we're going to be talking about: how to stand out as an author in the industry. I feel that this is particularly important because there are many authors out there are many writers out there, and then how do you stand out? How are you able to differentiate yourself from the many writers out there? Because standing out as an author is the first step to selling books, which is what we are all about as authors. We want to write books and make sure that our book sells. So how to stand out as an author, as a writer in the industry, this is where we're going to be starting. This is the series we're starting, and today marks the very first day we're starting this series. Today I'm going to be talking about the first point, which is, dear writer, tell your own story. The first point of how to stand out as an author in the industry is telling your own story. Telling your own story, because your story can be the platform you build on. Okay, your story can be the platform you build on. There are many successful people out there, but I can tell you that every successful person out there has a story to tell. They came from somewhere. They had experiences, they had knowledge, they had experiences, they had life issues that brought them to where they are today. Things that built them up to become what they had today. So everybody has a story to tell. You as a writer, you have a story to tell, and I would like you to be able to share your story. Sharing your story will maybe come from your experiences. It can come from your life experiences, your personal experiences. It can come from the lessons you've learned along the journey of your life. It can come from how you decided to become an author, the journey from deciding to actually write to taking the step to become a writer and an author. So your story can be the platform you build on. It is very important for you to tell your story. Another reason this is important is because you need to connect with your audience. Your story helps you connect with your audience. When you can share your story categorically and tell people how you came from where you are to where you are now, how the journey that took you from where you were before to where you are now, when you can share that with your audience, it helps you connect with them. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been saying this, that emotions sell books. When you're able to connect with your audience, when they feel what you feel, when they connect with your heart, with your spirit, with your passion, then you can sell your books to them. It will be very easy to sell books to them. So this is one of the reasons why telling your story is important. It helps you connect with your audience, which is very, very vital to selling as an author, to becoming a best-selling author, which is the dream of every writer out there. Okay, so try to share your story with people. Let people understand, let your audience understand what you're about. Let them understand what makes you think, what makes you think. Let them understand where you're coming from. Let them understand what you are, so that they will be able to connect with you. Like I said, I for one, I have a story to tell, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit of it for you today. I've always been an avid reader. In fact, I can say that my love for writing stems from reading. You will always find me with a novel, with a book, curled up somewhere reading. Right from when I was in secondary school, I usually look forward to when I'm going on break. Why? Because I know that I have access to my parents' library. I can just go there, get a book and curl up somewhere on my sofa and read. I love music, I love movies, but those are not my number one, my go-to avenues for getting entertainment. My number one avenue for getting entertainment is books. I love reading so much. And then from there I started to think to myself, oh, I love this story, I think I can recreate something like this. I think I can create something like this. And I'll get my 40 Leaves exercise book and then I'll start writing. I'll give it a title, I'll create my characters and start writing. And from there I was able to develop, to know that okay, I have this thing in me, this is what I can do, this is what I feel that I can do. And when I discovered that, I started joining every community that I know that will help me hone my skills. I said when I still in secondary school, I joined the press club. I started writing articles for the press club, and from there, when I got into the university, I joined the editorial unit of my fellowship, and I started writing articles from there for them. From there, I got to know that I'm actually good at it. From people's comments, from people's commendations, and saying, "Oh, Maggie, you're really good at this. Did you write this? Wow, this is exceptional." I'll write poems, although I'm not very good at writing poems, but I'll write poems. I'll just write down my thoughts, write down articles and all that. And from there I started developing my writing talent. I didn't know I could actually take this as a career yet, but then I knew that I had this talent in me, and that was the first step for me. That was the first step for me to know that okay, this is what I can do, which is very important. Then when I graduated from the university and then I went to serve, I met a very good friend of mine who was able to open my eyes up to the possibility of having a career out of writing. I studied chemistry in school. I never wanted to study chemistry. I had no interest in chemistry. So I was at a point in my life where I was wondering what I was going to do with the rest of my life. I couldn't imagine having a career in chemistry. I just couldn't imagine it. So during that service year, it really helped me. It was like a breakthrough for me, meeting that man and making me understand that writing is actually a path I can follow. Okay, and that was when my writing journey started. I wrote my first book, my first novelette that very year, and I published it. I printed, published and released it. I launched it and I made a lot of money. I was so excited, wow, so this is really happening, this is what I can really do with my life. I was so excited about that. And then from there I started my journey. Of course, along the way I had some hiccups, I had some roadblocks along the way, which was quite demeaning, which was quite, how will I put it, psychologically, it affected me psychologically, and I can say that is a story for another day. But this was the beginning of my journey, beginning of my writing journey, when I was able to understand that I can actually do this, I can do this as a career. And then I started pushing. Okay, I'm going to continue this story some other day, but this is just to share with you a little bit of my story and to buttress my point that sharing your story, telling your story is very important. Tell it any way you can. You can tell it in the form of a book, you can tell it in the form of a video, you can just write articles on it and just let people know what you're about. Let them feel you, let them feel your heart, let them feel your spirit, let them feel your soul, and from there they will connect with you, and from there you can sell books. So this is one of the ways of standing out as an author, as a writer in the industry, okay, which is the very important thing we want to do as writers. We want to be able to sell enough books to affect lives. We want to be able to change ideologies through our words. We want to be able to affect movements. We want to be able to create communities through our words, through what we believe in. That is the power we have as a writer, and one of the ways you can do that is by sharing your story. One of the ways you can stand out as an author in your industry is by sharing your story. If you've been following me for a while, you know a lot of my stories, because I don't shy away from telling people about myself. Anywhere I find myself, I try to share a little bit of my story with them. Another thing this does is that it leaves an imprint of me in their hearts. Whenever they hear Maggie, they are able to connect with me emotionally. They are able to know that, okay, this lady, she's been through some of the things I've been through. She's not all over there. She's just like me. She's just an human like me, and then they are able to connect with me that way. So think about it. think about ways you can share your story, you can connect more with your audience, and thereby stand out as an author in your industry. Okay, I love you for watching today. Like I said, just check for the other video and watch it. If you love this video, share it with your audience, share it on social media, share it on via email, share it any way you can. Just make sure you share, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, okay? Because I'm going to be giving you more of this every week. You're going to be hearing more of me. I'm going to be sharing a lot of my experiences with you, and I'm going to carry you along the way as we go. Okay, my social media channels are going to be scrolling across this video. Just connect with me there, send me a friend request, send me a message. However I can help you, I'll try to help you. My email address is also going to be there. If you prefer to connect with me via email, you can. You're free. Just send me your questions, send me a message. If this video has blessed you, if you've gotten value for this video, I really want to know. I want to know that. I want you to share that with me. So I'd love for you to leave a comment below or contact me via my social media channels or via email. Like I said, I love you for watching today. I'll see you next time.